Greetings, race fans. Welcome to the Karl Superstore in Jonesboro, Arkansas, where we continue the third annual Karl Superstores Showdown with the first trip for the ASCC East Series to this 8/10ths of a mile street course. Hooray! We just saw the Fark Empire Challenge race wrap up, and now it's time to get going for 49 laps for the ASCC East Series. On pole today is Karl Bernfart Jr., making his first start in the East Series for Southern Motorsports, although this is not his first East Series start. That came at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. But he's been called up from the Dixie Cup Late Model Tour to take over the number 29 car for Southern Motorsports. That is a SAR, sponsored by Bad Wrench, after Sean Boyd vacated that ride in the aftermath of the last round at South Boston. Starting on Karl Bernfart Jr.'s outside will be Natalie Hummel for the Mertens Racing team. Mertens Racing also scored the third-place starting spot with Hunter Ellington. Patrick Ashcroft and Liam O'Connor start 4th and 5th. Carl Hampton from the ASCC All-American Series is entered in a 4th Southern Motorsports SAR. Car number 49, the same car he drives in the All-American Series. Carl Hampton showing up on home turf. He is the great-grandson of Karl Superstore's founder, Karl Hampton Sr. Winston Orwell and points leader Tony Long make up row number 4. Tony Long is coming off of 2 victories in a row at Charlotte Motor Speedway and South Boston. Lawrence Allen and Donnie Olson make up row number 5. J.W. Lester and Dwayne Patterson, row 6. Tim Cording and Jeffrey Lowe. Row 7, Jeffrey Lowe of the family that founded Low Dollar, which was recently purchased by the Hamptons. So Jeffrey Lowe, also on home turf this weekend at the parent company Karl Superstores. Kyler Spavital and Harry Essenola make up row number 8. Row 9 is Buddy McInnes and Ryan Bolden. Rich Roy, the winner at Dover, starts back in 19th place. Zane Hayes, second in points on his outside. Poor qualifying run for Zane Hayes. And then the rest of the field is made up by Ben Powell, Bobby Miller the 4th, Tristan Roberts, Derek Dudding, and Seamus Rourke. So 25 cars will start today's race, 49 laps, and the halfway caution will come at or near lap 25. Top 3 in the running order at the time will score bonus points. Let's take a look at the ASCC East Series standings. We're going to be starting round number 6, 3 races left in the regular season, and the top 8 in the standings will qualify for the playoffs, first by wins, then by points. So the top 7 in the point standings are in, but 8th place J.W. Lester currently bumped out by 10th place Rich Roy, as Roy has the victory at Dover. And Zane Hayes would probably be much closer to the lead had it not been for an unfortunate post-race inspection penalty after he won the opening round at Middle Georgia.
The Grand Marshal for today's race is about to give the command to get underway down at the head of the field. Let's listen in.
Pace car is about to lead the field around for their parade lap. Karl Bernfart Jr. and Natalie Hummel make up the front row. Who do we have in today's race? All right, our viewing audience apparently not invested in the success of any of our ASCC East competitors. That's okay. We're going to get going anyway.
This race is about the best.
I'd say someone from row 4.
So someone from row 4, so that'd be either Tony Long or Winston Orwell. Yeah, I would not count out, definitely not count out Tony Long. Again, he's coming off of 2 victories in a row. The Motive Bowling Machine going for the turkey today. Turkey's 3 strikes in a row, right?
Yeah.
Very well, thank you. We just saw the Empire cars race. Those were a bunch of rental cars being slung around this track. These cars are significantly faster. So we'll see what this track is like at race speeds. Green flag is in the air.
And it goes over the bump.
Oh, we got Ben Powell in the pits. He did not take the green flag. We're going to wave off the start and do it again.
Drivers, start your
The Grand Marshal for today's race is about to give the command to get underway down at the head of the field. Let's listen in.
You might notice that these cars sound an awful lot like the cars in the Empire race. I did not forget to switch up the sounds. That's simply the acoustics of the environment. It's okay. What do we think of the camera placements? Because I plan to release this track with the low dollar stream. So, just want to make sure everything's good to go.
That's a neat shot.
Alright, looks like everybody's going to make it to the start this time. There's the green. Looks like we're all clean through the first couple of corners. Cale Bernhardt is the leader, followed by Natalie Hummel and Hunter Ellington, 2 Merton's teammates. Patrick Ashcroft and Liam O'Connor round out the top 5 at the end of the first lap. Ooh, Tony Long has just hit the wall. So did Zane Hayes back there. So some trouble on the start for the 2-point leaders. Seamus Rourke has come from last place up into the top 20. Good start for car 15 from the Lowell Beaver, the Beaver McInnes operation. And he comes under attack from Zane Hayes. Could have been a better start for Rich Roy in the 23. His teammate in the Camelot MB Motorsports operation, Lance Thomas, will be in the low dollar series race on Sunday. But Rich Roy's got the win from Dover. He's already locked into the playoffs. I don't think he's terribly concerned about making bonsai moves right now and wrecking the car. Well, we're under caution. We're going to check out what happened in a moment. It looks like Karl Bernfard Jr. is still the leader in his debut with Southern Motorsports. Great start for the 29 Bad Wrench Sar.
Bad wrench. It's a good wrench.
Looks like Seamus Rourke has had some trouble. We were just talking about him and his great start. Not anymore. Yeah, he had some trouble coming onto the driveway there. Oh, that started back in turn 1. I guess he didn't like how Zane Hayes was racing him, so he decided to send a message. I'm not sure what could have happened between them. Then the car just gave up on him, and now he's stranded in the middle of the road.
Catastrophic failure. What was he doing?
Looks like he had a tire go down. The crew's gonna get to work on that car. Nobody was a lap down at the time of caution, so no lucky dog this time. We got Liam O'Connor coming into the pits. Not hearing about any mechanical troubles. They're going to replace all 4 tires on that 48 car. We'll see what kind of advantage that might give him after 6 laps. He's the only taker in the pits. I like the onboard shots on this track. They make it look claustrophobic in a way that I enjoy. Please note the wet floor sign brake markers going into turn 2. Looks like we've had no other takers in the pits so far. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to get the green on lap number 10. Karl Bernfardt Jr. started on the pole and has led every lap so far, making the most of this great opportunity with Southern Motorsports, the junior team of Team Star USA in the ASCC All-American Series. Second highest running car is Tony Long, our points leader, followed by, second highest running Southern Motorsports car is Tony Long, running in the 5th position. Then it's Karl Hampton right behind him. Jeffrey Lowe is back in the 12th spot. J.W. Lester lines up in 9th place. He's the first driver out of the playoffs. He is 8th in the standings, but Rich Roy in 10th bumps him out thanks to Roy's victory at Dover. Coming to the line, green flag is back out. Seamus Rourke starts on the inside of Karl Bernfardt and will try to get that lap back. But Karl Bernfardt shuts the door, and Patrick Ashcroft is going to take over the 3rd spot after Hunter Ellington negotiations with the turn 2 wall break down for the 88. Tony Long trying to take over the 4th spot now. And a solid run down the driveway is going to secure that spot for him. Like we've had Zane Hayes in the pits. So a little bit of damage repair for the 7 car. Patrick Ashcroft giving chase, but caution's out again. What happened? Really? Is the caution for the 88? Come on, weak sauce. Seamus Rourke is the lucky dog. He will get his lap back. It looks like Tristan Roberts has had some engine troubles. Maybe a cylinder's dropped on the number 2. And it looks like the Tristan Roberts team has pulled it into the infield. They are done for the day. First casualty of today's race. Top 5 right now are Karl Bernfard Jr. continuing to lead the way, followed by Natalie Hummel. Patrick Ashcroft has taken over the 3rd spot. Tony Long is up to 4th. Winston Orwell is 5th. Hunter Ellington is 6th after slapping the wall to bring out the 2nd caution. Karl Hampton riding in 7th place. This race, this event, would not have been possible without the passion for motorsports that the Hampton family has had, starting all the way back in the 1950s with the OG Karl Hampton starting up his own store and taking up racing as a way to promote it. In fact, the Hampton family is currently overseeing the reconstruction of the Memphis, Arkansas Speedway up in Lehigh, one of the first tracks that Karl Hampton Sr. competed at. So it's a very special family project for them, and we hope to see that completed very soon, and to see racing return to Lehigh.
Their efforts are so ambitious that they're trying to get some Master Cup teams to do tire tests there. I think will be some of the first cars that will be in action there. And that's, of course, a private test. Not much beyond that, but hopefully we'll see more than just them active there in the future.
Welcome, Cooper. You're just in time to see Hunter Ellington blow up after bringing out the caution.
I'm just here for the seamless introductions.
So we're supposed to get back going again. Hopefully, Hunter Ellington's misfortunes won't throw a wrench into that.
I may have to be given. Well, it looks like he's going to pull off just fine.
No, they're waving off the start.
Yep. I guess the corner worker said there's too much on the track.
That's a shame for Hunter Ellington. He was running in 3rd behind his teammate Natalie Hummel at the start of the race. And now, after hearing about Ellington's engine problems, Natalie Hummel must be nervous. Fortunately, it's a short race, so hopefully Car 28 will be able to hang on.
And still put a lot of stress on an engine on a track like this. Not just from the what you might be thinking of just running it at high RPM for so consistent of a period of time, but these are public roads, so all of the stress is coming from just the vibrations coming through the pavement from the car rolling across will carry to the engine, and sometimes they can not like that too much. like that particular drop, the drop into the parking lot here. Someone's out of line a little bit further back.
Looks like they're getting it sorted out. Coming to the restart on lap number 17, Cale Bernfard Jr. continues to lead in his ASCC, not his series debut, but his debut with the Southern Motorsports team. We are 9 laps now from the halfway caution. We got Dwayne Patterson in the wall in the back.
Oh, someone's in the wall in the back. Yep.
Yep, that's a pretty significant incident. Looks like Liam O'Connor went into the wall. Zane Hayes also might have had something to do with that.
Greatest races in motorsport, ladies and gentlemen.
Cale Bernfard leads. Patrick Ashcroft takes over second place as we take the yellow.
Already.
Ashcroft must have put on a couple of good moves that we missed. Towards the end of the
Certainly
lap,
going to have a look at that.
Must have been.
Oh, that's after the caution. Wow.
Unacceptable.
And 76 had no idea that was there.
51 just lose it on a yellow.
51 had help from the 48.
Yeah, and then all these guys, the 54 saw it, the car behind them didn't. And Spotto's not able to see much around here, so that makes this a bit of a nightmare for them.
Let's see who else got a piece of that. Ben Powell in the 06. Or just the regular 6.
Of course, I was just talking to one of the spotters right before the start, and one of the spotters of one of the FARC teams, and he said, this is the only place that can be more of a nightmare to do spotting work on is the Minnesota Motorsports Park with all the trees there, but they just don't have as many good vantage points around here.
Now let's see the move that Patrick Ashcroft put on Natalie Hummel.
Lifts off early.
Hummel bended.
Unforced taking advantage of unforced error. I think he saw that one coming. Because Hummel threw that in there thinking that the 99 was going to be a lot closer or going to try to attack, and it really wasn't, but he just saw an opening and went through.
Patrick Ashcroft comes from a line of sports car racers from the Northeast. This kind of race is in his wheelhouse, and he'll be right behind Cale Bernfard Jr. on this restart.
Yeah, there's a number of little tracks that are similar to this, where like some of the teams that may have thought to have a road course car, or at least that type of at least a car that could be run on a road course, will bring one of those here and then just set it up like they would for a short oval track, and that can work really well. And especially when you have a guy who understands how to heel and toe, that can really, really help.
Rich Roy in the 23 has been doing a good job working his way through the field after starting in 19th. He can take it easy. He's in the playoffs, but he's been steadily working his way forward.
Just see someone getting out of line.
Yeah,
they just hammering it back there.
Yeah, they do that because of track geometry stuff.
I think that's mostly just so that they don't run into whoever's in front of them coming to the restarts. So, just by lifting off and coasting, you go through there faster than you think, and especially there, everything will just kind of accordion like that.
Winston Orwell had a look for the 4th spot, but Tony Long gets away. Long now working on the 28 for 3rd.
Talk about guys that have a lot of experience with heel and toe. Here's one of them.
Tony Long going for 3 victories in a row. Natalie Hummel almost forcing him into the wall, but
I don't know if that's forcing. I think 28 cars is genuinely not handling all that well down there.
To be fair, I think getting the car to handle well through that section is a tall order.
It's a very tall, very, very tall order, but that's not an impossibility to make it manageable. I just don't think that the 28 car is under. You see, there's a big gap already forming there. 28 car is definitely holding Orwell up. She's tiptoeing through there.
What exactly designed for the confinement? Tight confinement.
2 laps to halfway.
Especially not these cars, but they're certainly capable of it.
Tony Long putting some pressure on Patrick Ashcroft, but he gets the wall out of 2.
Put more pressure on himself, it would seem.
Just lost it in the middle of the corner there, probably under acceleration.
And caution. This will be the halfway break.
That's right at the halfway caution anyway. Or when that would have come out anyway.
Gonna save the results when Dudding crosses the line. And there you have it. Cale Bernfard Jr., Patrick Ashcroft, and Tony Long will score the halfway bonus points. Let's see. I'm looking at who needs to be sweating if Cale Bernfard wins this race. So 7th in points is Patrick Ashcroft. So
he's up. He's high in the race anyway.
Yeah, if Bernfard pulls this off, then that's going to bump him out of the playoffs.
He might bump someone else out by finishing very high up himself.
That's what, 7? What is it, top 7?
Top 8.
Okay, yeah, because 99 was 7th in points.
Yeah, J.W. Lester in 8th is bumped out by Rich Roy after Roy's win at Dover.
Aha. Nice.
Wow, must win formats are so amazing. They surely don't produce any ridiculous anomalies in the point standings.
Speaking of Rich Roy, he gained like 4 spots on that restart.
Yeah, I think he's running like 11th or something.
He's up to 8th.
Oh, no, he's 8th.
Is he actually? That win at Dover energized him or something.
That's all it takes.
We did not actually see what brought out that caution. Lawrence Allen getting into the wall.
And they decided that was sufficient. Or just wanted an excuse to throw the halfway.
You can find Duff beer and countless other quality beers in the liquor section inside the Karl's. Gonna look at that run for Rich Roy. Yeah, that was a great restart. Engine troubles for Seamus Rourke.
Oh no.
I don't think it's a particularly good day.
He picked up positions after the initial start, but then bad things happened to him, and they kept happening.
Sometimes today's not meant to be.
Jeffrey Lowe is up into the top 10 right now after starting 14th. As I mentioned earlier, the Hampton family bought out Low Dollar a few years ago, so Jeffrey Lowe is also racing on home turf, just like his teammate Karl Hampton today.
Is there a tire wall or something? There's the tires and duck roll on the appears to be the wall on the left.
Yes. The pit
There's
straights.
more than
Pit straights
more
are
than one category here this week, if I'm not mistaken.
also Duck Roll owns Liberty Tires.
Ah, it's self-competition. How funny.
Cross promotion.
And there's no way that this can turn into a British Leyland situation.
It'll be 21 laps to go when we take the restart. Good launch from the 29.
British Leyland. British Leyland situation. What happened there?
Self-competition.
And Donnie Olson has gone around. That's going to bring out the caution again. That was 4 wide out of turn 1.
Can't do that, can you? Unacceptable.
Well,
Donnie
you can,
Olson
that
would-
doesn't mean you should.
Donnie Olson would say, no, you can't do that.
Well, who would say you can do that?
Everyone who got away unscathed. It looks like the order has not changed at the front of the field. Pace car's going a tad fast.
Has the pace car forgotten what they're supposed to be doing? Oh hey, the traffic lights are lighting up as well.
Yep.
It's a very slow average speed. 26 miles per hour.
They wouldn't pull you over for that here.
I'm having an issue where the pace car goes kind of fast sometimes, but it's always okay with when we go. Oh, leader just ate the wall.
Under caution, trying to catch up to the pace car. Pace car is going too darn fast.
Not paying attention?
And Formula One drivers like to complain that the pace car is too slow. Oh yeah, it does appear to have done some pretty decent damage to that car.
Pace car's just showing off.
What spot is that? Showing on.
There we go. I think pace car driver just wants this race to be over.
In this race, do you get to drop the store for free?
What?
Does the winner get to go on a free shopping spree or something? Barge into the cars and just take away what they wanna.
16 laps to go when we get the restart. Also forgot to mention, Zane Hayes has dropped out of the race and will finish 23rd.
Where did he go?
Green, green, green. Looks like we're clean through the first corner this time. Battle for second. Jeffrey Lowe into the wall. And Natalie Hummel is under attack from Winston Orwell. Ride on board Gil Bernfart pulls away. Tony Long in second. Patrick Ashcroft hanging on to third. Natalie Hummel still fourth. After,
Teammates exploded on like lap 3 or something.
and her car might be fading away. Tony Long ran a half second faster than Cale Bernfart that time.
Isn't exactly a long way back either. Bernfart might actually be in trouble.
He's catching the 29.
99 may have been going it up.
Tony Long going for 3 wins in a row. And he's right
Facing
there.
there now. Driving down the inside makes it look really easy.
Yeah, he took him to school. New leader, Tony Long.
Really would not be surprised if Long just disappeared. Derek Dunningham last.
Yep, dude's fastest delivery driver is the last car on the racetrack.
Be back in just a couple minutes.
Donnie Olson, car number 1 up in smoke.
Not a very good day for him.
Are we just not going to throw the caution for that? Okay. Buddy McInnes in the pit lane. He's going to change all 4 tires and repair some damage. Let's not forget Liam O'Connor, who pitted on lap 6 during the first caution and was the only driver to really exercise any pit strategy. But he's made his way back up into the 9th spot. Battle for 6th. Hampton-owned company versus Hampton-owned company. Jeffrey Lowe taking that spot over from Karl Hampton, and it looks like we're going to get that caution after all. Right as the leaders encounter lap traffic. But it's going to be Tony Long hanging on over Cale Bernfart Jr. Bernfart almost got him.
Who's happened? Well, yeah, I bet who's happened. I mean, did any of the back markers decide to hit the wall out of sheer boredom or something?
Let's see what happened. There might be some damage to the 45 of Enola. No, he's coming out of the pits. It looks like caution is out for the 76 of Bobby Miller, the 4. And Jeffrey Lowe did get Karl Hampton for 6th place. Looks like Harry Asinola is going to be our lucky dog. Oh, trouble for Liam O'Connor.
Has this car have that?
Fuel system damage.
That top 10 run going too.
Yeah. Clawed his way back up into the top 10 after pitting on lap 6. It'll be 3 laps to go when we get the restart. Tony Long had just taken the lead from Karl Bernfardt Jr. and is going for his 3rd ASCC East Series victory in a row. Karl Bernfardt had led every lap up until then in his first start for Southern Motorsports. There goes the pace car. Green flag. 3 laps remaining. Tony Long pulls away. Derek Dudding hits the pit lane. Brake problems on the 68. Oh my god, he might be a factor. Two to go. Natalie Hummel still holding off the 84. Dwayne Patterson has also hit the pit lane. So is JW Lester. There might be significant damage on those cars. Yep, stack up going into one. That's the kind of thing that might happen when you know you're coming up on the final restart. Tony Long makes his way out of the final corner, and he will see the white flag. But he also sees the 68 of Derek Dudding in front of him. Tony Long trying to go by around the outside, and he clears Derek Dudding. Nice and smooth down the driveway for Tony Long, out the final corner. And that'll make it 3 victories in a row for Tony Long and Southern Motorsports. Cale Bernhardt Jr. settles for second place. Great run in his debut for the team. Patrick Ashcroft third. Natalie Hummel hangs on to fourth. Winston Orwell rounds out the top 5. Jeffrey Lowe sixth. Karl Hampton 7th, putting all 4 Southern Motorsports vehicles up into the top 7. Rich Roy battles from 19th up into the 8th spot. Lawrence Allen had some troubles today, but still comes home 9th. And rounding out the top 10 will be Ryan Bolden in the 47. Don't go away, we will calculate the points in just a moment. I do not remember making this win screen. But there you have it. Tony Long, 3 in a row. Alright, results and the halfway points are plugged in. Let's see what the standings look like. Surprise, surprise, Tony Long continues to lead, but Liam O'Connor has taken over the second spot from Zane Hayes. Although that gap between Long and O'Connor is more than what a full race pays. So Tony Long's looking very good as the regular season finale approaches. So Hunter Ellington still sits 4th in the standings. Patrick Ashcroft in 5th. Winston Orwell 6th. Jeffrey Lowe 7th. Rich Roy is up into the top 8 on points now. And so with that, top 8 in the standings are also the top 8 in the playoff standings. J.W. Lester, who was 8th coming into today's race, has been bumped out by 1 point over Rich Roy, or behind Rich Roy. Cale Bernhardt Jr., after his second start of the season, sits 24th in points over 38 drivers who have run a race so far. Cale Bernhardt Jr. has declared that he will run full-time in the East Series the rest of the year, so if he can grab a win in these next couple of races, he will be in the playoffs. And that will do it for round number 6 of the ASCC East Series. Next race for the series is up in Waterbury, Connecticut, the high-banked Mile Oval Waterbury Park. And then after that, the regular season finale at the Texas World Speedway for Texas 500 weekend. Hooray! Next up on the channel will be the FARC Low Dollar Series race at the Karl Superstore to cap off the Karl Superstore's Showdown weekend. We got 45 cars on the entry list for that race so far, or is it 44? It's over 40. So, good car count on hand for the low dollar cars. Thank you all for joining me. I hope to see you next time.